Here are today's top news stories and why they matter. We begin in Nigeria, where communities are reeling from a deadly attack by Boko Haram militants in Bama and Monguno, located in Borno State. At least 60 people lost their lives in the assault. DW's Abidun Jamil brings us the latest.
Eyewitnesses recount how armed men stormed the village of Darujama last Friday night, targeting residents who had only recently returned from an internally displaced persons IDP camp. The victims were living near the Nigerian-Cameroon border. Borno State Governor Babagana Solom described the incident as very sad after visiting the devastated area. He reported that families fled in panic, leaving behind destroyed homes and smoldering ruins. Many of those displaced are children, and the affected communities were just beginning to rebuild. Local told DW that insecurity remains widespread and fear of further attacks loom large.
The insecurity in Nigeria is becoming so alarming. People no longer do what they are supposed to do with free mind. Everybody are under panic. They just have to try and do their very best. We Nigerians, we are no longer safe in our own land.
Ethiopia is hosting the second African Climate Summit, which kicks off today in the capital Addis Ababa. Organized by the African Union and hosted by Ethiopia, the summit gathers 45 heads of state and government, along with representatives from civil society, youth organizations, academia, the private sector, and development partners. Over the next 3 days, discussions will focus on nature-based and tech-driven solutions, climate adaptation, and resilience, and most importantly, the transformation of climate finance from aid to sustainable African-led investment. Why does this matter? Climate change is a key issue in Africa's push for a permanent seat on the UN Security Council and in China's emerging climate cooperation proposals. A united and ambitious summit positions Africa not just as a victim of climate change, but as a leader in shaping the global response. On Sunday night, parts of Africa witnessed a rare celestial event, a total lunar eclipse, also known as blood moon. The sky turned a deep crimson for 82 minutes of totality. In Kenya's Samburu County, the phenomenon coincided with the launch of the country's first astrotourism initiative. Visitors enjoyed guided night sky tours, cultural performances, and breathtaking views under some of the clearest skies in the world. Some of them had this to say about the experience.
The moon was really cool to see. I looked through some of the telescopes, and yeah, I was able to see Saturn and also the blood moon.
Looking at the sky is fascinating for everyone. A child, a grown-up, everyone likes to look at the night sky. Everyone likes to look at stars. Now, as an astrotourism package, I believe it will be very well received.
And finally, in African World Cup qualifiers, several key matches are scheduled for today, including Ghana versus Mali, Guinea versus Algeria, Zambia versus Morocco, Guinea-Bissau versus Djibouti, Uganda versus Somalia, Mozambique versus Botswana, Malawi versus Liberia, Equatorial Guinea versus Tunisia, Libya versus Eswatini, and Madagascar versus Chad. And that's all we have for you today. Don't forget to leave a comment, share, like, and subscribe to our channel, DW Africa. I am Andrew Wasike.